Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man and the Antz, trying out some Prey VR today. So Prey was a pretty much universally acclaimed game that came out this year before. It's very recent, whatever it is. But you have these little mimicky creatures that can take the form of anything. So they could be a cup, they could be a cigar, they could be a chair. Ooh, it's very scary. I played a little bit of Prey, very good game. I really enjoyed what I played. The worst way of implementing controller support I've ever seen in my life, but maybe we'll get to that in a bit. This is one of the DLCs. So there are two DLCs. There's Moon something, which is supposed to be very good. It's like a story DLC continuation. And then there's Prey Typhon Hunter. Typhon Hunter, I believe, is some sort of like a multiplayer sort of thing where one person takes the place of a mimic and everyone else has to find it. I think that's what it is. I don't really know. As you can see, VR is not supported in that, so we are interested in Transter VR. I have no idea what Transter VR is. I just know it's some sort of Prey VR experience of some form, so we'll find out what it is. So, it is teleport locomotion, which is just great. We know how I feel about teleport locomotion. Not very good about it is how I feel. You can see it does support the index on the page of the Steam store, but obviously in-game it hasn't actually been updated to use the index. It just still uses the Vive system, so it uses the Vive controller, the Vive ones here. So grip is to grip, trigger is to laser sight. I don't know what that is. The button is to drop stuff. I guess that's A or B. Trigger is to use telekinesis. Grip is to use trigger to bring it towards you and grip to hold on to it, and then that to bring up the menu. Ooh. And the A button on the left controller is recenter, which is sort of nice to know, I guess. So the Transter Museum. Explore the world of Talos 1 and Transter in this museum tour. Pull trigger to begin. I don't know where we will go. I suppose we will go with this to start with. SimLabs. As Dr. Calvino, install and test the looking glass scene that will be used in Morgan's upcoming simulation. So I guess this might be slightly spoilerish if you haven't played Spray? No. If you haven't played Prey. Oh, why is that so difficult? Played Prey. Seems fine now. So if you are particularly going to be annoyed about spoilers, I guess maybe avoid it. I haven't played much. I say I played a little bit, like maybe first hour or two, so I might make little comments based on that. So yeah, just bear that in mind, I guess. So that being said, you can teleport with the stick, which is nice. You don't have to use the touchpad. So this is the apartment you wake up in. You don't know at the time that it is a simulation. You find out fairly quickly, but you don't know it at the time. So this is obviously us setting up the simulation for Morgan. So we have a checklist of things to do. Install Looking Glass in SimLabs. That's vague. Do not trust Matthias Cole. I don't know if that's related to the game in some way. And then write up a Miu. So they all have these various tasks. Install load the Looking Glass simulation software and do not erase that board. Oh, I can drop that stuff. There you go, I don't want that. That made a weird noise, didn't it? So what have we got over here? Unlock this terminal? Yes, please. Simulation in progress. Disable Looking Glass to unlock. Alright. Fine, I don't know how to do that. Nothing there. It does look very good. Prey itself is a very good looking game. I assume it uses the ID tech engine. As it's from Bethesda, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So it does look very nice. Yeah, the Typhon Hunter DLC itself is not very well reviewed in general, at least by the Steam users. I don't know how it's received by the critics. But from the Steam users, not very well received at all. So there is some sort of code we need here. What does this say? Ha! That's quite cool. I preloaded the latest build onto the Looking Glass servers you requested. I guess you can just install it once you disable the diagnostic screen in the apartment. Miu. I need to write her up. I don't trust her. Nope, wasn't that. Epsilon Omega Beta. To like 308? Nope, I don't know. I'm sure we'll find that somewhere. Anything on the board? No. Nothing over there. Not done very well with this whole area, have they? That's a bit of a mess so far. Lots of people eating pizza, which is obviously a good thing. Pizza's great, but, eat healthy. At least try. Oh, what's this? There's a mega symbol. Quite like that. Function, a looking glass passcode matrix solver. I didn't mean to teleport over there when I picked this up. What on earth? What am I supposed to do with that? That's a password solver. I can't turn the page. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Is it 5? Because it's 5 across, but then why is it only 5 at the bottom? Maybe we'll go and look at the... Oh, okay, we've got 2 of them now. Let's bring these over here to this table. And then we'll see if we can find the other one. Which can't be that far away, can it? Oh, there it is. So... Oh, that's Mew. That's not even Epsilon. That's a red herring one designed to throw me off. Which has worked perfectly. Am I supposed to be able to figure it out from the 3 that we have? I suppose I can leave the apartment, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. Ah, there's Epsilon. Okay. I can't rotate in-game, so I shall have to spin myself around in the real world. So Epsilon, we'll put Mew. I'm glad you can get some range when throwing things. Quite often in VR, when you try and throw things, they just kind of go, meh. It's nice you can get a bit of range. Epsilon, Omega, Beta. So 953. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing for 0 then, though, is there? 953? No. What does that mean? What does that mean? If it's not 953, I'm stuck as to what the hell that is. What am I supposed to do with that? Well, it's not going to be like 303, is it? Because if you imagine that's the keypad, and that's the keypad, well, we can try it. 303. Nope. Is it telling me they're in the wrong order? Should it be beta first? But no, it'd still be 303, and it's still not that. So, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. What's this? Did we have this before? Yeah, we had that. That's no good to us. Is there anything else around that could help us figure out what on earth that means? Doesn't seem to be, does there? And I can't open up any of these drawers to help me. And there's nothing else outside. I can't get behind the doors. There's nothing down here. I am so confused. Do not forget May the 23rd. 0523. Seems to be saying that a lot, doesn't it? Is that relevant? 523? Let's try 523. Nope. Oh 52? 052? Nope. 235? 23rd of May? Nope. Well, I'm running vastly out of ideas of what we can try here. I'm sure once I find out what it is, I will be Very embarrassed with how poorly I've understood that. I can't get Alexis's handwriting right. I'm running out of cards. Can you give it a try? Thanks. They tried. Oh, well that was very unsatisfying. Can't open the fridge. Nothing over there. Nothing on this table. So that's all we've got to go on. I might have to look this up in a rather embarrassed fashion. Neuromod Division Apartment Simulator. Is it something to do with these massive numbers up in front of me? Because I'm an utter idiot. 0. Middle bottom. 1, 2, 3, 9. And then 6. What an idiot I am. Why did I ignore the massive wall of numbers in front of me? What a clown. Okay, something's happening. What's happening? Yep. So it is now idle, shutting down. And there we go, that is the lab behind it. If you get locked in the simulation, don't panic. Use the panel access terminal to open the emergency exit, then exit through the opened panel. Easy enough, easy peasy. We can do that. Unlock, please. And here we go. So what is the puzzle here? So there's the sound stage, which is locked off. Transforming room. There's a fake elevator and a sliding wall, which I don't think is going to be wholly useful for us going forward. There is a fuse missing for the door motors. Or all the fuses are missing for the door motors, in fact. So I guess we need to find the door motors. Mike, I was testing the walls, but a fuse blew in the process. I'm late for a meeting and can't grab a replacement right now. I'll finish up tomorrow. Tomorrow? What good is tomorrow to anyone? Useless individuals. That's just the simulation rules. We don't worry about those. Something that looks like... This is where we get a mind wiped, I'm guessing. Something that looks like fuses. Apartment simulation. Anything we can do with that? Don't think so. Oh, not where I wanted to go. Oh, that's not. I thought maybe for a second it was like fuse-ish, but nope, not even close. This task board is empty. So that's not off to a great start. We'll unlock this then, I guess. Dr. Calvino perform a test load of the apartment scene in preparation of Morgan's upcoming simulation. Reminder, if the terminal is locked, see Marco Simmons in the debriefing room. Establishing sync. Oh! So it's not going to work because it's missing the fuse. I'm pretty sure that's what that is saying to us. So where? Oh, hello, this keeps going. Simulation rules again. Replacement props. I don't really want replacement props, but it does look like a bit of a storage area. Which could be... Nothing opens in this place. I like the fact you can touch most things, but that's because, as I say in the game, as I'm sure you're aware, the mimics can take the form of anything. So you could pick something up in game, and then it transforms in your hand into some horrible little creature. It'd be nice if they were just a little bit more interactive. And there's the fuses. It's got to be, right? It does say fuse there, so I'm pretty confident. So apologies for the flicking of us teleporting all over. One of the many reasons I don't like teleporting. This way. Oh, okay. We're just gonna... Yep, that worked. And that opened the lift, but we know it doesn't go anywhere, so that's... Yep, that's pretty broken, isn't it? But it has opened up this for us. What do we have here? Marco, I think you dropped this. An access card? Marco, you clown. What are you playing at? Just dropping your access card in the middle of the floor somewhere? Oh, Marco, what will we... Oh, hello. What will we do with you? So that's our apartment over there. So those are the boxes where we found the Epsilon code. Is that another fuse there? I guess that's the blown fuse. I imagine that wouldn't have worked if we tried to put it in, right? That would make sense. So where? I'm trying to think. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh. That looks like it should be pointing the other direction. Should I have done that? I don't know, but I did. Hello. Regretting that decision immediately. 1, 0. 1, 0. Oh, hello. Neuromod installation. Hold the suction cup up to your eye, then pull the trigger to administer the delivery needle. And then immediately regret that decision for the rest of your life. I think it wants us to go here. I'm going to spin myself around because my cable's getting a little bit twisted behind us. Oh, no? No? There's got to be an order to the way we do this. Oh, there we go. We'll miss that. Is there more? There is more and I missed it. Doot, doot, doot. Nothing else happens. Oh, is it that one? Oh, that's the first one. Ah, you hit you twice. Why'd you hit it twice? There we go. 1 of 2 of 3, thank you. Missed it. Doot, 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 doot. All the little ones. Hacking succeeded. Master hacker. Okay. Morgan Tessine, transfer and file. Load it up, please, computer. Very archaic looking tape devices over here, isn't it? Install, that's our job for today. Thank you. Activate at the setup terminal. Means we need to go back into the apartment, does it? Okay. That's not the setup terminal, this one is? Yes. Load. Load. Second time lucky. Oh, we need to manually do it apparently. Because this is the future. So the mountains layer is coming in. Wonderful. Then comes the shoreline. To get the bridge come in. Lovely. The balcony. Which you would have thought they'd probably just built on the side there. For the size that it is, maybe it's just better to just build the balcony, but whatever. And then the buildings, the cityscape. Lovely, look at that. Do you want to load up some textures as well while you're at it? Notify Mute to proceed with the final reminder. Mission complete. Good stuff. So this is really interesting. Like I said, that was particularly interesting for me because I've played the first couple of hours of Prey. I imagine if it shows me something which I haven't seen, I might not be as thoroughly amused with it. But that's really interesting. I like what they've done there. Let's recycle and fabricate your way into inventing the first null-wave device as Morgan Yu. We could definitely take a look at... Well, let's take a look at this. I want to see what the museum, the Transter Museum is. It doesn't seem like there's much to this Transter VR experience. It's more of an experience than a game, but it's interesting, and I'm glad they did it. Bethesda, they've done 2 major VR projects, which is Fallout and Skyrim. I was not massively impressed with... Oh, that's horrible.
1963. A top-secret Cold War negotiation culminates with 1964.
Oh.
1963. A top-secret Cold War negotiation culminates with Americans and Soviets working together on a research facility named Kletka. Kletka, Russian for cage, produces the skeleton and core emergency systems of what will one day become Talos 1.
This is going to take a while. Attempted assassination of Kennedy. The attempted assassination. The US pays for the rights to use Kletka. Not much else there.
1980 to 1994.
A temporary hold on Project Axiom. After the... Did I skip anything? No, I went from 64 to 80.
After the unfortunate Pobeg incident,
where 2 scientists lose their life. Again, a 45-year skip.
Is established.
Transter purchases Kletka.
Purchases in private 2030. Talos 1 becomes fully operational, representing a monument of private space industry.
And then they invented the Neuromod. There's an older Kennedy, who obviously wasn't assassinated in this world. This is the Talos Station 1, which is very impressive looking. Very impressive looking. These things, less impressive. A Phantom, a Typhon Hunter. Yeah, not so keen on that. Didn't see any of those in the game. I saw these little things, not these horrible, gigantic monsters. And then there's that beast as well to come yet. We'll get to him, I suppose. The Mimic, Typhon Cacoplasmus. So that's the thing. I fought a few of those in the game. Aliens known collectively as Typhon have infested and overrun Talos 1. Thanks to efforts by key Transter scientists, much has been learned about their ecology, but more has yet to be uncovered. Modern spacesuit with the modern space helmet. Very modern. I like that. Some wonderful rocks. Great. And then the original Axiom helmet, I guess. And this is the Nightmare, not even classified yet. They haven't even bothered to give it a Latin name. It's just a nightmare. A living nightmare. Congratulations. So there's a few guns here. I'm guessing, I don't know if they're from this game or from the previous game, perhaps. But that's quite cool. I like that. And some things, whatever they do. It looks like something I should be able to interact with this one, doesn't it? Psychoscope. Neuromod. Maybe don't have the jaw, so it's unhinged like it's a snake. And a Neuromod, that's the prototype, is huge compared to the real one, which just like injects you in the eye. Different colour spacesuits, in case you're interested in colours. And there's some sort of interactive exhibit here, so... Resupplying a space station can be difficult and expensive. In order to maintain self-sufficiency, Transter scientists have developed a reusable materials system. Oh. In order to recycle resources between supply drops. Not really interactive, it just puts a light on, really. I was hoping for a little bit more. The recycler, on the left, can break down any object into its purest molecular state for reuse. This produces blocks of solid matter we call material cubes. The recycler charge is a handheld portable device using miniaturized recycler technology. But I can't actually use it. Can't actually use it. So 4 material cube types are possible. There is a mineral, there is a synthetic, there is an organic, and there is an exotic. Ooh, what's exotic? Classified information. Interesting. Our engineers then program fabrication plans which can use material cubes to create new items in the fabricator. To conserve resources, each fabrication plan is typically licensed for limited use. I don't see why it'd be limited use. That seems like it's just a way of limiting in-game use. If I'm being perfectly honest. The fabricator manufactures new items according to the fabrication plan and material cubes available. This can include tools, weapons, and even food. Interesting. Interesting. Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm probably going to leave. Where are we? Up to, what's this? Is that 20? It is 27. Let's take a very quick look at the next one then. I won't go all the way through. I just want to see a different environment, really. So like I say, I've seen the... I'd like the way it all like fades out in layers. That's quite cool. It's a shame that it then fades out the actual real layer afterwards rather than sort of being broken down by, like, you know, texture and then vortexes or whatever. So let's take a look at Morgan's office, which I don't think I ever got to. I can't remember if you even get to it in the game, do you? I don't know. Everything broke before you got to it, I thought, but... Okay, this is cool. Yeah, definitely didn't see this, I don't think. I remember such a big room. Nullifier device. Place nullifier device here. Guess this is maybe a bit further into the game where Morgan seems to be quite aware of what's going on. So we're looking to, I guess we need to look for the nullifier device. That's what we're looking for in this, isn't it? So this is some stuff from the museum that's apparently Morgan has stolen. This is the recycler, which we can use now. Place items in the bin. Ah, so we need to make a nullifier? Oh, hello. I put the nullifier device in your storage cabinet. Problem, Typhon coral not visible to the naked eye. I'm just gonna... Didn't realize it was gonna be so big, I'll be honest with you. Oh. Interesting one. What is this? This is the mysterious cube. We'll ignore that. There's an access card which we'll need to get into something at some point. There is a code to get into that, whatever that is. We need a fabrication plan, which is like a little chip thing, isn't it? Looks like a PCI card. I don't think I've seen one. We'll keep an eye out though, shall we? Oh, there's the Neuromod prototype. Oh, hello. Not sure that really achieved much, but cool. Oh, hello. It is doing something now. There's a rock over here. Well, there's where we need. That's what we need the access card for. Let's go get the access card. That was the front of my PC case. I'm going to step away from my PC. Ah, different kind of code. Random number sequencer. Ah, mysterious cubes and... Is that a nullifier plan? Doesn't look quite how I expected. It's also way too small. So that's confused me. A couple of cubes, which I'm sure we'll use for something. There's some water. There is one of these things. Ah. Right. I'm trying to be too clever. It wasn't even locked away. Luckily, I already have this, though, because we do need this. Use transcribe to scan Typhon data. Don't know. Don't know where that is. I said you can't see it. How do I know where it is? Do I need the... That needs whatever that is. Isn't that... Is that that? Hand? Doesn't look quite the same now I'm looking at it. And it does appear to be locked into place as well. I'm guessing we need that to be able to see the nullifier stuff. What is that? Like a fancy case. Don't recall seeing that anywhere. Anyway, I think I might leave that there then. So bearing in mind this was a free part, when I say free, it was part of the DLC, but it was free within the DLC. So that's something, I guess, isn't it? It wasn't like you had to pay for this on its own. It was a free part of the DLC, but you did have to buy the DLC. If you weren't interested in the DLC, I guess you're screwed. But you do get all the DLC as part of one. The Moon, whatever it was, the Typhon Hunter, and then this Transter VR as well. So that's pretty cool, I guess, that it's all just one thing rather than, you know, Bethesda charging you 20 quid for each little bit. So I do like that it's there. I mean, if you're really into Prey, I think it's gonna be a really cool thing to do, to go around and experience these extra little parts of the game that you might not have seen before. I think that's really awesome. I'm a phantom. Rawr. That's awesome. Yeah, I really like that they did this. It's nice. And like I say, the previous two Bethesda VR games, which were Skyrim and Fallout ports, really didn't get on with them very well. Really struggled with them a little bit. So I'm glad they've taken it down a notch and done something a bit simpler, perhaps is how maybe I'd phrase it, and something that's a bit more within the game lore rather than just crowbarring in VR to a game which didn't have it to start with, and in my personal opinion not doing it particularly well in either of those circumstances either, which I was a little bit disappointed with. But I do have videos for those on the channel if you want to go and check them out, of course. So I'm going to leave this here. Hope you've enjoyed this little look at Prey Transter VR. I forgot it was called for a second. If you have, do click the like button, that's always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Questions or comments, leave them down below. If you've gone through Prey and you've gone through the Transter VR stuff, let me know what you thought of it. I'd be really interested to know that. Don't forget, I do stream on Wednesdays at 6 PM. We've started a new series for Surviving Mars. Only done one part so far, so you can go and catch up on that on the YouTube channel, and you can come along and say hello on Wednesday for part 2. I've got some big ideas to kick off on Wednesday, so come along and see what it is I've got in mind there. Be quite interesting, I hope. Otherwise, I'll see you next time in some other magical VR adventure, and as always, thank you very much for joining me. Oh, I can't point. Oh, that makes me sad.